Father Simon and the Conclave of Confessional Clemency.
Very good. Well
Extra
done.
points. I don't think that's been used before. Thank you, Rory. So that's been done. I am one of triplets. Okay. Key fact right at the beginning. They say that siblings like us have an unbreakable bond throughout our lives, and this has always been the truth for me and my sister, Gracie. My relationship with my brother Angus, however, was fraught with difficulty in our formative years. Indeed, what started out as brotherly pranking had degenerated to what can only be described as all-out war by the time we reached double figures in the early 80s. You see, our parents had decided in their wisdom to allocate the largest bedroom in our three-bedroom semi to me and Angus when we moved there age 5. In the history of bad ideas, this was, capital letters, a very bad idea indeed. Because Angus and I loathed each other, and one was often discovered throttling the other on the bedroom floor by our increasingly despairing parents.
Okay, yes.
Triplets, eh?
Yeah.
But although we shared a room, my parents had wisely decided to give us separate chest of drawers in which we had our T-shirts, jumpers, pants and socks rolled into balls. One Sunday night, on the pretence of feeling a bit poorly, I retired to bed early, for I had had a very cunning plan hidden up my sleeve. Once back in the room, I went to Angus's chest of drawers and took out every pair of pants that he possessed. I then proceeded to spray them with water from a spray bottle that Mum kept in the upstairs store cupboard with the ironing board and the iron. The pants weren't completely drenched, just pleasingly damp, and I then folded them all back neatly and put them back in the drawer. To divert suspicion from my misdemeanour, I had the forethought of a master criminal and did the same to my own stock of dry pants, apart from one pair, which I tucked away in another drawer with my dry T-shirts.
The perfect crime.
The following morning, as we were getting dressed for school, Angus let out a screech that could put most thrash metal bands to shame. Our mother almost immediately appeared at the bedroom door. "What are you two doing now?" she demanded. "Get ready for school!" "I can't!"
Yes.
wailed Angus. This rotter, possibly not the actual word he used, has wet all over my pants. Our mother turned on me and was about to transform into the Incredible Hulk when I remembered my escape route. "But mine are wet too," I faux wailed in response. "I wouldn't have weed on my own pants, would I?" This stopped our mother in her tracks. Had the tumble dryer failed during yesterday's marathon laundry event, and she hadn't noticed? Might Sister Gracie, who was by now sniggering in the doorway, have had just something to do with it? "Right," said Mother, who hadn't the time to hang around with all this.
No.
She didn't miss a beat. "Gracie, they're going to have to borrow some of your pants for today while I get these dried." Gracie was horrified, but did as she was told. So, despite protestations from everyone, all three of us trooped off to school wearing Gracie's pants. "Well," says Rory, "two of us did, because you'll remember I was able to retrieve my nice, dry, manly ones from the back of the T-shirt drawer." However, my revenge hadn't quite reached its zenith. Whilst we were playing an increasingly violent game of British Bulldogs in the playground during morning break different times, I accidentally pantsed my brother during one particular robust tag, which means, as you know,
pull down the pants.
Or pulling them up, I think, like a wedgie.
Right. Yeah, wedgies, right, okay.
All of our peer group, the teacher on playground duty, plus a girl he'd been spending far too much time with, got to check out Angus's far too snug My Little Pony nether garments, which of course belonged to our sister. I therefore seek forgiveness, not from Angus, who frankly got what he deserved, not from Gracie, who eventually became the chief suspect in the strange case of the soggy skivvies by a maternal process of elimination, which can't have taken that long. Rather, I seek forgiveness from the assembled group in the playground because, frankly, nobody ever needs to see Angus's far too snug My Little Pony nether garments, which belonged to our sister. Anyway, revenge was Rory's, But does he get forgiveness from Sister Bobby Pryor?
No. No, very simple. You're an absolute rotter. Both of you are rotters. But really, Rory, you're a rotter because you dumped your sister in it, who
really,
you said...
Rory, you're a rotter.
You dumped your sister in it, and you said you got on really well with her. So that's not fair. I don't think any of it's fair. I think you're a rotter. And also, you made him a laughingstock of school, and that is not good. So, Rory...
Imagine that at school, that you're shown to be wearing My Little Pony undergarments when you're a boy, and, you know... Go on, try and modernise that.
Maybe, you know, who are we sitting here in our ivory towers?
Actually, David Walliams could probably write a book because The Boy Who Wore a Dress was the first book. Maybe the boy who enjoyed wearing My Little Pony leather garments could be the next one.
He didn't enjoy it. It's a case of adapt and survive, really, isn't it? He had no choice.
Also true.
Maybe it's tricky areas.
I'm going to say I forgive here, mainly because it was the perfect crime, because he'd said, and by the way, the line, I wouldn't have weed on my own pants, would I? That's never been on the confession before. An overdue appearance, I think. I'm going to say definitely forgiven, because yes, he planned it all out. I mean, it would have been even better if he'd done it on a PE day, and then, yes, everyone would have had to, you know, and wouldn't have had to do the wedgie at all then. But I'm going to head it myself. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to forgive, because he thought it all through, and well done. And got revenge on Rory, who I get the feeling was the real culprit.